With the recent announcement of AQ coming out towards the end of the month, you may ask yourself, does my Restoration Shaman have the gear to compete? Well, we're here to cover that. Now, there are options from world bosses and PvP, but most of us probably aren't going to grind the rank 14 or kill world bosses, so I'm going to exclude those options. We might as well just start with the helmet. In my humble opinion, you'll want to go for the Helmet of 10 Storms. If you're utilizing Chain Heal, you definitely need the 3-piece of Tier 2, and the helmet is a good option to use. Now, in addition to that, you'll want Jindo's Evil Eye, best necklace possible at the moment. If you don't have that, a good placeholder will be the animated chain necklace from Ramstein the Gorger. You have options of using Choker of the Fire Lord or Wavefront necklace as well, but I think that I would just go for animated chain necklace until I can get the Jindo's Evil Eye. For shoulders, you really only have one option, Wild Growth Spalders from Molten Core. Definitely the best possible option at this moment. For your back, you could go with Shroud of Pure Thought or Heart of the Wild. I prefer Shroud of Pure Thought, but if you don't have it, you can always have a Heart of the Wild crafted. No big deal, either one, be happy with it. For your chest, you'll want Robes of the Exalted from Strat. There's so much raw healing on this piece that it's hard to contend with it. Wrists, you'll want Bracers of 10 Storms. That's my humble opinion for best in slot. You definitely need the Tier 2 3-piece. This is a good place to get part of that. If not, you could go with the Loomguard arm braces, but I would perfectly prefer to get the Braces of 10 Storms for this slot. Now for legs, you have a couple of options. Empowered Leggings from Chromagus is probably the best in slot here. If you don't have those, Salamander Scale Pants is also an option from Molten Core. Either one of those is a fine option going into AQ. For hands, I would suggest getting Gauntlets of 10 Storms to fill out your Tier 2 3-piece. You could also go with the Harmonious Gauntlets from Dire Maul. But, you know, be a cool kid and get the 10 Storms here. Waist, you could go with the Belt of 10 Storms, although I would highly recommend against that because you can always craft a Corehound belt from a leatherworker. It's a lot of raw plus healing, just like your Robes of the Exalted, and that's where you want to be right now. For feet, Boots of Pure Thought is the best in slot here. You might have trouble getting it, so if you can't get these, you could go with the Greaves of 10 Storms. It's also a good place to pick up that set piece bonus if you don't have the Boots of Pure Thought, although you definitely would like the Boots of Pure Thought. Now for your ring options, Fordring Seal is still good at this moment. It's not the best, but don't feel bad using it. Pure Elementium Band off of Nefarian is obviously where you want to be. Good luck with that. Cauterizing Band, that's a decent piece to still have. A lot of people like Ring of Blackrock, although I don't really recommend it over the other three options. But your mileage may vary depending on your guild and your kill times and speed running and all that good stuff, right? My pick would be Pure Elementium Band and Cauterizing Band, but you're probably going to have a hard time picking both of those up. For trinkets, there's several options you should have on you to switch out depending on the fight. Rejuvenating Gem, obviously if you have that, you're probably not going to ever switch it out. Good luck getting it. Zendalaran Hero Charm from Hakar. It's really good on fights like Velstraws, really fast fights. Shard of the Scale, kind of the opposite time. I use it on Razor Gore and Nefarian and so on. You would like to have an Enamored Water Spirit from the Sunken Temple quest. No reason not to. It's decent to use if you're in any caster healer group. Now for your main hand, obviously Lockamir is the best option. Probably going to have a hard time getting it. Secondary to that, Claw of Chromagus is very good as well. If you don't have that, Jindo's Hexer is also an option. And if you're still like me, you have an Aura Stone Hammer you could be using as well. Not ideal, but it's fine enough, I guess. Guess it'll have to be, right? Now, for offhand, AFKing an AV for Lay of the Life Giver is your best option. Personally, I'm too lazy to do that, so you could go for a Red Dragon Skull Protector if you don't have that. And if you've gotten really bad RNG, you could still be using Malstar's Defender or the brightly glowing stone from King Gardock in Dire Maul North. Now, regardless of which pieces you use, you'll definitely want to pick up the enchants for each of those. Don't slack on that, it makes a huge difference. And don't forget your world buffs, of course, and your healing consumables. Have a good day.